Of us, ladies and gentlemen. This is Teacher Fred speaking to us. And let me first of all begin by finding how each and every one of us is doing. I believe that all of us, ladies and gentlemen, are doing okay. Let me say, Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Wie geht es euch? Sehr gut, sehr gut. Now, today I want us to do some short exercise, right? Now, this is going to test on your ability to translate various sentences, okay? Now, this one is testing both your Schreiben and even Sprechen abilities, right? So, what I'm going to be doing is this. I'm going to give us some sentences in English, and I would like us to proceed to translate them in German, right? Now, remember, as we've begun by saying, that this tests your abilities in Sprechen and even in Schreiben, all right? So let's go ahead. I have some sentences for us that I'd like you to try translating from German to English and even from English to German. So let's go ahead. Now, my very first sentence, somebody was asking, where will this be tested mostly, or which area is this going to help you with? Now, this is in testing of your Sprechen and even your Schreiben, right? So, let's go ahead then. Now, here's my first sentence. It says like this, that the child must eat. All right, so let's begin with this one. I've been given the child must eat. Now they've used here a modal verb, must, and then of course there's this other verb to eat, right? Now, if I'm to translate this, I will proceed to say the child. This one is das Kind, right? So the child now becomes das Kind, and then you have must. Must is müssen, right? Remember the modal verb müssen? If you conjugate it, now it becomes muss. So now I have das Kind muss, and then to eat, which is normally essen. So my final answer becomes das Kind muss essen. The child must eat. Das Kind muss essen. All right, let me give us also number 2, and then the rest I'd like you to also try. Look at example number 2. It says, they can speak French. They can speak French. So what I'm doing today is I'm testing your abilities of being able to conjugate modal verbs. So look at this one. They can speak French. Again, they've used a modal verb. So remember that we only conjugate the can, and then this other verb we put at the end. So they can speak French. How would you say it? Go ahead and try translating. They can speak French. So this one simply becomes sie können, and then French. French is normally Französisch. French now becomes Französisch, and then speak, which is now sprechen. So now my answer becomes, Sie können Französisch sprechen. Sie können Französisch sprechen. All right, let me now give us the other one to proceed with, to also try. As you're also tuning in, feel free to share with me which level are you currently in. Are you in A1, A2? You feel free to share in below. All right, now this is ours to try. Number 3. America lies in. So America lies in, let's say, North America. I know I'm repeating, right? But there's something I want to find out from us. How would you say America lies in North America? Okay, let's replace the America with USA. Let's say USA lies in North America. How would you say it? USA lies in North America. Right, now I'm going to read the answers from us. Now, the USA, in German, we just say USA, right? USA, die USA. So I would say, die USA, die USA lies, legged, the USA legged in, I have North America. Now, North America is simply Nord, that is Nord America. Nord America. All right. All right then. Now let's now also test on the personal pronouns. Let me also bring in some personal pronouns. It says like this: that my children live. My children live in Europe. My children live in Europe. So how would you translate this in German? My children live in Europe. Now remember we said that in German, when I am using the personal, when I'm using these possessive pronouns, it has to reflect on the noun used here, right? So I can see they've used plural, children. Normally for plural and feminine, we add E. So my children live in Europe now becomes, now I'd like you to also try, feel free to send your answer in the comment section. I'd like to see how you would say this one. My children live in Europe. Now my answer here simply becomes meine. Now do note that I'm now using meine with an E. Meine. Because for plural and feminine, we normally add an E. So my children live in Europe now becomes meine Kinder live, which is now leben. So you will either be using leben. There's one from AC. Now AC, you will either use leben or the to live, which is wohnen, right? In this case, we don't say wohnt, but wohnen, yeah? Meine Kinder leben oder meine Kinder wohnen, all right? In, and then the Europe, which is Europa. Meine Kinder, all right, wohnen oder leben in Europa. We have some two correct answers from Saza and also from AC Minor. Sehr gut. Okay, let's go on. Look at the next number. It tells like this, that the house is very new. The house is very new. So how would you say this one? The house is very new. The house is very new. Now, as you're translating, do also take note of the gender. Is it der? Is it die? Is it das? All right, take care of that. Is it singular or is it plural, etc.? So the house is very new. How would you try that? Let me also read some examples from us. Someone says, this is from Saza. Saza says, das Haus ist sehr neu. Now, Saza has scored that. That is correct. You said, das Haus. And you notice that the house should be capital, right? The nouns should be in capital. So, das Haus is very new. Ist sehr neu. Das Haus ist sehr neu. The house is very new. All right, let's take care of some few more examples. Now remember, I began by saying that these ones are targeted to help your Sprechen and even your Schreiben. Okay, this other one says like this, that can you speak your, so you want to find out, I'll be testing on the modal verb and also the possessive pronoun. So, can you speak your mother tongue? Can you speak your mother tongue? Can you speak your mother tongue? Now, remember, when one is translating, you will have to consider, are you using the Z form or are you using the do form? And then you continuously maintain on that, right? So can you speak your mother tongue? I will give us also some few seconds to try. Can you speak your mother tongue? I'm going to be reading some few responses from our sides. Go ahead and try. Can you speak your mother tongue? Right, there was a question that was asked at the beginning. In exams, do you have to use Z or do you have to use do? You can use either of the two, depending, right? All right, now there's an answer from Saza, and Saza says like this: Können Sie. This is an answer from you, Saza. Sehr gut. Können Sie Ihre Muttersprache sprechen? Das ist doch sehr gut. Let's just go ahead and give a round of applause to Saza for scoring it correctly. She has said, Können Sie, and you can see she's maintained correctly the Z capital S here. Können Sie, and then the Ihre. Now Ihre capital I, right? Können Sie Ihre Muttersprache, können Sie Ihre Muttersprache sprechen? So this is the first correct answer from your side, Saza. You say, können Sie Ihre Muttersprache sprechen? Can you speak your mother tongue? And then there's a second response from your side, Essie. Essie minor says, kannst du. Yes, that is also correct. Now, Essie, you're correct. Just add an E and say, kannst du. So this is the second possible answer. Kannst du deine. Kannst du deine Muttersprache, kannst du deine Muttersprache sprechen? Kannst du deine Muttersprache sprechen? So you will either say, können Sie Ihre Muttersprache sprechen? Can you speak your mother tongue? Or, kannst du deine Muttersprache sprechen? Can you speak your mother tongue? So both of these are correct. Now, you've seen one thing from the examples given under modal verbs. The word order is used as follows. So whenever you're using the modal verb, a statement, I begin with my subject, right? I proceed to begin with my subject, and then I follow with my modal verb. Subject, and then I follow with my modal verb. And then at the very end, I'm supposed to have my infinitive verb. All right. So this is normally the order when using the modal verbs: subject, modal verb, and then at the end, I have my infinitive verb. What if it's a question? So if it's a question, you will simply have this one coming right here and the other one coming right there. Okay. Okay, let's take two more examples. Let's just take two more examples for the evening. This one says, would you like, so would, no, let's now use a different one, they. Would they like to eat? Will they like to eat at, now let's say, 3 o'clock? Will they like to eat at 3 o'clock? Now, again, as you're translating this, remember one thing. Do check to ensure, kindly check to ensure whether you're using Z form or do form, but this one is not, this one is they, right? Would they like to eat at 3 o'clock? How would you say that? Would they like to eat at 3 o'clock? Now, I'd like to see who will be the first one to score this. Okay, so if you're to translate it, like I can say from one of us, says like this, would. Now, the modal verb is would like. Would like. Now, would like is normally möchten, like this. Möchten. So the modal verb is normally möchten, right? So if I want to say, would they like? Would they like now becomes möchten. Now Now, in this case, the Z is small S-I-E, like this. If in case you put capital S, it will mean you. So the answer is Möchten Sie? Would they like? Möchten Sie? And then at 3 o'clock. 3 Uhr. Möchten Sie 3 Uhr essen? Möchten Sie 3 Uhr essen? So that's correct. Möchten Sie 3 Uhr essen? Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a short exercise to test on your translation abilities. Let me congratulate those who are very active. The more you get to translate, the more you get to practice. And this tests your abilities in Schreiben and Sprechen. Okay. For those of us who joined in late, feel free to be able to play this back after we'll have posted it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that said and done, this brings us to the end of today's practice. This is Teacher Fred, and I'll be seeing us in the next one. Tschüss. Gute Nacht.